right, YouTube fam. It's Dark Angel's Journey, and I'm Shigira. And we're back to do some back testing. I figure we can use XRP. If you see me jamming, I am listening to some music in the background. I don't know if you can actually hear it. I think you might get little hints of it, but I'm not crazy. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, let's see what's up. I'm making myself super tiny. All right. Meantime, looks like Bitcoin's doing something. Waiting for a particular trade setup, so I'm gonna have to wait to let that play out. So let's choose XRP on BitGet. Let's see what's up. Looks like it's been trading pretty bad. Okay. All right. If I'm going to get used to trading something like XRP, let's just do a little thing like this, and then just press play. All right, how far did we go? July. All right, so I guess that means we'll stay in the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes. Okay. Okay. So main trend down. Let's see here. See here, something like that. All right, let's change that to red since I like that for my daily levels. Okay, zoom in on this puppy, and you can go over here. Thanks. Looks like not bad. All right, looks like potential breakout of that area, higher low, lower low. It's been 4 hours. Yeah, zoom up. So it looks like, yep, we have like a breakout of this area here, breakout retest. Well, potential for a continuation. This is very, what is that, an evening star in the 4 hour? Might be going back down, who knows? Well, we've tapped it, wicked, red candle. Let's go to the 1 hour, see what that looks like. All right, so now I'm going to take the VWAP off for the moment because I'm only using it on the lower time frame. Let's put 50 back up and order blocks just so I don't have to draw them. So we just tapped into an order block and we were going up. And it looks like we're potentially dropping back down. Okay. So if we're going down, just made a lower high, made a low here, made a higher low. What do I need to see structure-wise? Okay. So if we're continuing on up, this needs to pop back up here. It's hanging on at the 50. If we're going down, I need to see a lower low and a break back into this space. There's a break right here. This little guy right here. Nice. And a break right here. Okay. All right. So on the 1 hour. And then there's this break right here. Have we need to break this level for a lower low. All right, let's see what happens next. Okay. Now, there's this break that came at 8% balance. So, what else we have in this area? Is that really a break, though? Sometimes I worry about this fractal thing. Okay. We're wicking about here. I don't like it. Not respecting the 50. Okay, wait. So just for funsies, since we are making like a quick trip upward, what do we have? A little area where we could be breaking out small. If I really, play with these. It's coiling upwards, so this could be a quick breakout to just up here, just back up here. Look, there's another imbalance up here. What else are we seeing? You know what? Let me turn this music off for a second. I think it's not working for me. All right, do we have an imbalance in this space? Is this? Let's zoom in on this one. Is there a little guy of an imbalance? Most of that's already been eaten, so I'm not super worried about that one. What else do we have? Do we have some sort of swing failure on the area? We do. Okay. So that gives me a little bit more confidence that price is probably going to keep going down. Okay, so swing failure, we've hit it twice. And what else do we have? They've kind of made the rounds here. Made a higher high, higher high, higher high, higher low, but lower high. So that's making me feel like we're going down. Not to mention we're squeezing in this area. So I'm thinking, given that these are mainly almost flat, might pop out. So let's do this. All right. Could also be wrong, because the other option was for it to go up, right? Because usually when it's coiling this way. All right, so let's go down to the 15 minutes, see what this looks like. Okay, so we're coiling up. All right. Looks like the 50's cupping it. What else do we have in the general vicinity? So we had this break, which has been reached, dropped. This break, which could be coming up into. But there's this juicier break up here, so that's the one I'm going to wait for. This guy right here, so supply area. All right, and then I do have this imbalance right here. Do I feel like they're going to come back up into that imbalance? So I'm going to draw my fib from up here down to the base of this guy. All right, so, okay, all right. Imbalances in my OTE. What else we have? We have a breaker block as well. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a line in here and add the things that are in the space. So I like the middle of this. It's in that imbalance. So far we have a break, so dragon fruit. So it's an order block. Dragon fruit, order block with imbalance, plus a breaker block. For now, do we have an SR area in this space? Let's see. Somewhere usually around a good juicy break. Let's see here. And let's test it. So this is an SR area. Let's scroll this way and see if we've had some reactions to it previously. Okay. Oh, look at that. Yep. Boom. Boom. All right, cool. Boom. All right. So that means I have a few decent reasons to do things. Plus, higher high, lower high, that means that we have a that's the breaker block. Oh, is that the mitigation block? This guy right here. Oh yeah. MI plus an MIB in the general vicinity. All right, so what I'm gonna do then is if price decides to roll back up into the space, I would like to take a short from here with my stop loss above that, and then let's aim for the 0.2 of this, or the 0 of this thing. All right, so something like that. So let's see if we're going to coil up into it. We might not, just doing some sideways action. Okay, so looks like it's breaking downwards. So I was thinking, like, If you can't make a higher high, then the lower high it is. So potential. We've got a better break here. Equal areas, stuff to be hunted. Right here, imbalances on the top. I don't know. Let's say I'm game for this insanity right here. Could get stopped out because there's another more juicy setup on the top. So let me do this and just sort of made a low here, right? So let me, what am I looking for? Looking for my fib. Let's take the fib from the top. I'm still going to use this lower entry area here. So if this one doesn't work out, still limit order set here, then I'm looking for a limit order right here once this has been eaten. So above that, and again, looking at similar area, it's 1 to 7.1 to 7.78. Okay, let's see here. Are we going to come back up into it? Okay, so I wanted to see that. And then a pop down, and now we're in. And press play. And this one, yep, getting stopped out. Okay, so that's why I don't like taking these closer ones. They don't feel very secure. So now I'm waiting for it to come up into this area. And let's just press play on that. Look at that. So my stop loss was wrong, is the problem. Because this SR area, it bounced back down from it. Then, honestly, relatively simple scenario I could have taken. Once I saw a nice big juicy candle below the 50 here, these two hanging out, then maybe I could have just done this and then done this and then gone like that. And look, yep, same situation, 1 to 1.95. Interesting. But this guy, where I originally said I wanted my point, whatever, right here, if I dropped it above this, whatever, I got stopped out. It's as simple as that. All right, so now we're down, and looks like we're going down. Looks like they're not going to come back up to this guy anytime soon. So we'll leave that alone for the moment and work with what we have. Big imbalance right here. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. So big imbalance, 50 is up there. Next option is a short in this general vicinity. About the 50 and, oops, let's do a 1 to 2. Like that. All right, let's see if we get that. Okay. So not so juicy break. Might be in the middle of this thing. So let me check my OTE on the top of this thing. Now that I have a bottom to work with. All right, my optimal trade entry is pretty much where I have it set. So let's see if we get that. I might just eat this imbalance. Okay, so it hit 0.7. Okay. So I feel like maybe I should be using the 0.7. Let's see. Let me zoom in here. There's also this super simple scenario where equal bottoms come back up, drop below the 0.5, which it did, and then have your entry and then drop. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Oh, let's go check to see what BTC is doing. Okay, you're bouncing around. Okay, whatever. All right, so in this scenario, let's zoom in on that. Okay, so we had the equal loads here. It came up and then it did touch down below the 50. And then it came back up, but didn't quite make it back to the OTE. Now, did I draw that right? Is usually the question I have, right? Because I did it from the top of this thing right here. So what if I'd done it from the top of the order block itself? Oh, because look, then, and I don't know if I'm just making it fit the narrative. I don't know. What do you guys think? If I dropped it from the top of the order block, then I could have set it at 0.7, because it did pass the 0.5 and then pop back up. So I wonder if I should just take 0.7 as my entry instead of the middle, because then I feel like I'd get more trades. My problem with that, though, is, hold on, let me adjust this guy. And I'm just looking at, this is the reverse optimal trade entry, by the way, right? So if I put it above here and I set my entry at 0.7, oops, come on, let me, there we go, at 0.7, and I did a 1 to 2, let's see, we would have been cooking with Crisco at almost the point, at almost the zero line, like that. Something to think about, because my problem mostly, I don't know if it's really a problem, but I tend to want I want the best price, like the highest price in that grouping, and then that way I can just, have my stop loss be even tighter. Because if I got my entry here in the middle, which is what I like, right? Then my stop loss is still up here, but I have less of a issue. But it looks like price likes to kick it on the 0.7. Okay, so that's not a bad idea. Okay, so now we are going down. So let's see, we haven't made it all the way down to what could be considered entry. We also haven't come back up into this excitingness yet. All right, do we have other options? The 50 is pushing it down on the 15, so while price is below the 50, I'm still looking for shorts. All right, so next opportunity. So we have this break, made a lower low, so that means that we have this green candle as an order block. Supply, order block, dragon fruit. What else do we have? It's technically a break, so there's a breaker block right in the middle of this. Let's draw or Phoebe. I'm just gonna use this bottom. It's right there. Okay, so what do we have? Uh, imbalance, order block. Let's give that another candle, right? 50s here. So let's say I'm looking for an entry at the 0.7 with my stop loss just at that thing. And then we're looking at a 1 to 2, which is about there approximately. All right, let's see if we get that. Let's press play. Okay, so that's a no. All right, so if we're gonna use the 50 as a thing, maybe my thing wasn't drawn right. Hold on, let's come back down. This thing. And hold on. Did I mess that up? Hang on a tick. So I needed the top of this right there and the bottom of this. So I thought that's what I had. That messed with my whole entry schema. Sorry guys. This thing is messing with me. Body of this. Let's set the body of these guys right here. So this breaker block, so it's lower. It was at the 0.6. So I'm not going to get everything. So we missed that one. Fine. Let's move on to the next thing. They haven't The 50 still holding the price, so still going down. We have another opportunity here. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I don't know if we're done yet. Might have to readjust. Oh, and down she goes. Look at that, perfectly set. Once it broke down under this thing. Nice. Anyway. All right, so yep. Didn't come back in for this one. And looks like we're rejecting this guy. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Slowly coming back up. Big imbalance to be eaten. So now this has changed. This has changed. So top of this to the bottom of this. So now we're looking, assuming it doesn't eat this all up here. Okay. Now we're looking for, whoops, see? Let's delete that. We have this order block right here, this little guy, but the 50 is still above it. So since the 50 is all the way up here, I might come back to the 50, eat this. Yeah, so I'm gonna, this time, since the 50 is playing my game, looking for something like this, about that. And then let's go for a 1 to 2, about there, approximately. Approximately. Will we get it? No guarantees. So let's press play. Okay, looks like, well, all right, hold on. Coming up. And still holding the 50, still holding it. So is this line, this trend line. So this option has not been hit yet. Another juicy option right here. Not much of a break. We are at an area. So if I see like a bullish engulfing, I might be tempted to take a long. Ah, now that is telling. Isn't that like a continuation pattern? Okay. Yep. Okay. So if this is the case, then drop my fib to the base of this guy. Let's zoom in for the moment because we're obviously going down. Perfecto. So I'm gonna do the 0.7 and put it above this guy, and I might get stopped out because this is there. It's not that big though. The 50 is all the way up there, so let's go for a 0.2. Let's go for 1 to 2. Okay. Let's see. How about we've entered back into this thing, so we might not. Oh, okay. So now we've got this big green candle. It's very bullish. So I'm not getting in here because big green candle. So that one is invalidated. I don't like when they're so close to the areas, but that's why we wait for confirmation. All right. So now, honestly, once I saw this big, remember I said like a big bullish green candle from this area makes me feel like I should take a long, right? So what's that? And then technically, if we really wanted to, big imbalance to be eaten. Actually, it ate most of it already up here. But there's this supply area up here. What's that? A 1 to 3 something? I don't know. Let's see. Can we do it? Press play. Made a lower high. The 50's turned. Higher low. I don't know. Still a bit of a... Yeah, okay, there we go. So definitely got ourselves stopped out on that one. And even a 1 to 2 would not have worked on that guy, at least not with that stop loss. Like, what would I have needed stop loss wise? Should have been just under this thing. Like that. Interesting. Anyway. Okay. Alright, so let's go back up to the... Alright, so we are breaking back down very viciously. we're in the sideways move right here. And sometimes it's really good to go back to the higher time frames and see what's happening. Let's see. Is Bitcoin doing anything interesting? It's just doing sideways activity. Huh. I'm not seeing the formation I'm looking for, so right. Okay, so on the 1 hour, we have made a very strong red candle down below. So we have this supply order block right here. It is a dragon fruit. We're obviously in some sort of SR area. Let's double check. We gotta have all the dominoes coming in. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep. Okay. So what am I looking for? And you know what the general thing is, right? Right? Or right? So let's see. In this case, I'm looking for drop, retrace back up, and continue drop, drops back down. Doing literally over and over again, just that. Now we have this juicy thing, so I'm going to head back down to 15 minutes, and I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to do an entry right at the bottom of this imbalance, hang out up there, and then get a 1 to 2, something about there. Let's see, can we even get that? It could also be that we retest here and continue on. Okay, sorry about that. Same here. Okay. All right, breaking back up. Looks like we're not trying to break out of this area here. Okay, and 50's coming to push it down again. And so maybe if I see it's been tested a few times. Okay. Equal lows right here. All right, things to be hunted. Okay, and we haven't made a lower low from here. It's just the same, so still gonna wait. So don't trust it. Okay, see, we're coiling back up. Okay, so now that's more convincing. Oh. Okay, so then we have this break now, the 50. So these entries aren't working for me at the moment. All right, XRP. You know what? Let's take this order block thing off because it's really bright. Let's draw our own. So now we have this supply order block. It's the 50s above it though, so there's no guarantee we'll be able to get that. We've just crawled back below here. We've made a proper lower low. So let's do the same thing here. Still looking for that same scenario. I'm gonna pull back. Continuation, right? Let's see if it's gonna do that. Okay. All right. So honestly, big green candle, imbalance. Let me draw my fib to the base of this. What's my OTE? It's actually up here. Okay. This candle is telling me buyers are stepping in again. We've been sort of meandering about that. Don't like it. 50's coming in. So, one of two things. We're at a level, bullish engulfing, imbalance. So, I'm thinking pull back up to here, eat some of this imbalance. I take a short from about there, about 50, and do a 1 to 2. And 5-1 for this fib for the moment. Do we get that? Oh, look. Here it comes. Okay. All right. Oh dear. All right, so we're in. Now I'm going to set my stop loss above this imbalance here and let's see what happens. I'm going to get stopped out. Yep, there we go. So this is a scenario where I didn't follow my process, but it is coiling back up to this area, which would put us at this juicy break, which is better than these other ones. So my original desire, and I should just wait for those scenarios to play out, right? Back up, down, something like that. Now, if we follow this process, what are we looking for? Let me put the fib here and the base of this guy, approximately. All right, so we're looking for a 0.7 entry right there. Looks like price just bounced off of it. So let's see, plot that on top. And then a 1 to 2. Now, we've just made a high and a higher low. No guarantees it's actually going to work, right? But I did have a supply area we were moving back into. And the 50 supporting. And we're wicking upwards. So, but let's say we got in at 0.7 right here, limit order. And do we get, yep, we got our take profit on that one. So, moral of the story is go for the high quality breaks. And then all of this stuff here. Oh, Kitty wants attention. What's up, buddy? Just a few more minutes, and then you'll be able to get your treats. All right, guys. I think that's good for now. I'll continue on my own. Let's take a quick gander at what Bitcoin's doing. Just trolling along sideways. Fun on a bun. So yeah, I'm still waiting for this thing to play out. It's looking like it's just gonna think itself to death at the moment. It's like 15 minutes looks like on that one. I mean, look at that. No traffic at all. Ethereum, same situation. All right. I'm going to continue on playing with XRP, see how I like how it trades. So far, not I'm not mad at it. That was a good choice, but it is definitely helpful to trade the breaks that are juicier because this one worked out beautifully. This one we're still waiting for price to coil back up into it. Now we have another, actually, this is another nice break right here. Let's see one last one. Let's see if this one plays out the way we want it to. So we're above the 50. So we just turned around, get to the bottom of this thing. Oh, that's my Gann chart. This is when it was expensive and it was cheap. So what am I looking for? I'm going to be super simple. Be simple. Crud, there's still this order block up here. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. And then if I were to say do this, lowest point. Yeah, so my order area. And let's plop this above that. Something like that. All right, let's see if we get it. And if I'm being super simple, let's do the 0.7. Let's try for 1 to 2. Okay. Let's see. All right, we're in right there. Boom, the 0.7. Let's press play. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Literally got just, and then it turned around. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. Juicy breaks are the key and things around them, right? So what do we have? We had some break right here, right? SR area right here. as well. This order block already kind of hanging out. And then we could even like pull this to the left probably and check to see where else it had encountered price. Look at all that. So much juicy action. So it's a nice strong area. So as long as we have all these confluences, then, I think that ends up working relatively well. Feel like what, 60% of the time? Maybe? Oh, hey. Are we moving down a little bit now? All right. All right, I think that's enough for a backtesting vid, 35 minutes in. I hope that was super helpful for you guys, and it's definitely helpful for me to consistently practice and see how it works. So I stay safe, trade safely, say bye to Kitty. Bye, Kitty. Yay. All right. So this stuff actually makes me quite happy to see that what I'm looking for will work. At least I think 60% of the time. And then that's why we have stop losses, right? Risk management. And the 1 to 2 feels okay. In some situations where price shoots past it, we've lost extra profit. But I think as beginners, we need to set targets and stick with them, And then when we get better and more pro-like, right now I feel like I'm at level 5, when I get to level 10, then I can start thinking about taking profits in multiple places, take 50% here, move stop loss. Well, I do that now. I do move my stop loss into profit pretty much all the time because I don't want to lose. Even if I only make like 0.37%, I don't care. Profit is profit. All right, guys. Hope you're all enjoying this gloomy Sunday. If you're into napping, enjoy those naps. If you're not, enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. All right. So I'm going to continue looking at the charts. I'm probably going to watch some anime as well, pop some music on, and just, relatively try and enjoy my Sunday. All right, you guys, have a great one. Shakira. Oh, hey. Hey, don't forget to smash that like button. So just with your thumbs. Just subscribe even if you feel like it. Leave a comment, please. I'm happy to hear what you guys have to say. All right? So, Shakira out.